All right, so I am back with some books, and I'm so excited to share these books with you because these books are for your daughter's moon cycle. If you're interested in doing like a first moon party or a period party for your daughter, these books are geared towards the spiritual community. So I will say first moon cycle because that's what we call it over there. And I'm so excited. This is going to be my second moon party. I did one with my first daughter and now I'm doing it with my second daughter. And I am like so excited to be getting it done. I've put a lot of like time and energy and effort and thought into it. With my first daughter, I wanted to make it like super duper special. I did the best that I could in making it special. But I don't think that it was like as intricate as this one that I'm trying to do for my second daughter. With my first daughter, we together, both girls, we went over our period, and I wish I would have brought that book too. We read a book called Malia's First Moon Cycle, and that was like a really cute little story. And then we also watched videos from a young YouTuber on here. Her name is Jess Jordan, and she was talking about her period. So I let them watch the videos. We did it like for a few days until we were done with that. And then I was taking a hoodoo course when around my daughter's moon cycle party. I'm like getting my words mixed up. But around the time that we were doing her party, and I learned how to do a spiritual bath. So we did the spiritual bath for her moon party like the night before, and I had them make a candle, and then we like burned their candles and stuff. And then we like a few days, I think it was the night before, or maybe it was, I can't remember if it was the night before or a few days later, we did the actual party. And I had bought like her like teen pads and stuff like that, period underwear, teen pads, like a little canvas kit or whatnot. I made them, I believe, jasper bracelets because that's supposed to help with your period. I gave them raspberry leaf tea that's supposed to help with your period cramps. And then we ate, we talked, we drank like some red pomegranate juice. We had Chinese food. I think watched a movie. We practiced. I had got pads and stuff from like Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store. So we practiced putting on pads and taking them off and things like that. And I plan to do most of the same thing with my second daughter's moon cycle party, but it's more of a spiritual kind of thing that's going to happen. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to record. I'm not that great with like vlogging, but I will try my best to see how that goes. But so you've came here probably for the books. So let me go through the books. This one here, we read about a chapter a day with we read all these books with our school. I think we started like in April. And even as we're like doing this, I'm like, okay, we're almost done. And then I'd find like another book and add to it. But this one, I was like thinking about doing a moon cycle party. And then I seen this pop up by a Black author. And I was really excited about it. But this book is for anybody. It's not like geared towards Black people or anything like that. It does have Black people on it, and like some of the photographs on the inside are more geared towards Black people, but it's for anybody. It's not specific or anything like that. But this was a very insightful book. It has like a little journal in there. She does pop quizzes at the end of certain sections or chapters and whatnot, and then she talks about like self-love and things like that. But she goes over everything. She breaks down like how to like clean yourself. She talks about like breast development. She has some pictures and stuff like that, and she talks about bras, body hair. I'm like not remembering everything. She talks about acne, growing attitudes, your period, your uterus, and she gives like the correct words and stuff like that. And so that was pretty nice. She also talks about like getting, making sure you're getting yourself checked up, your eyes, you're going through puberty, you might be getting braces, you might be feeling socially awkward, stuff like that. So it was a really, really good book. It was kind of long, but not in a bad way. So it's really, I'm just saying that because it's really, really thorough. And it's a book that you can go through with your child, or that your child could go through without you, as long as they're able to read. If you guys are a little bit shy, or if you're just like, hey, read this and then come talk to me kind of thing. I went through it with my girls and they were able to ask me questions right then and there. She does in the book too say like, like just in case someone's reading it by themselves, like go ask a parent, that type of thing. So it's really easy and friendly, kid friendly, of course, and just on point. So highly recommend. We also read this book, Moon Mother, Moon Daughter. And it was a pretty good book. I really liked it. My recommendation would be to read it yourself and pick out the parts that you want to read with your kids. Because it is like, again, a long book. We read it with school, so it wasn't too horrible because I homeschool, so I just made it a part of the curriculum at that point. But if I could go back and just redo it, I would have just read it to myself, picked out, like put little sticky notes or whatever on the parts that I wanted to read to my kids, which was mostly the parts like she has stories in there about goddesses and stuff like that, and different things pertaining to like being a woman. So I thought that was really neat. And then she has like activities in there that you can do with your kids. And I like it because she just put those on kind of like a side note, which makes it, see, it's like on the side of the page, mother-daughter activity. She even has, I think, some activities just for mom and stuff like that. And so I'm able to take some ideas and use those to incorporate into the party. But all in all, I thought it was a good, insightful story, and I love it. And then she had like, it's two women actually, but they just kind of combine themselves as one. That's why I keep saying she. But in there, they just kind of had like a great circle of friends, and I thought that was really, really great. I don't have like a big old circle, or even people that are into spirituality, so that kind of sucks. At least people that are like local, my friends that are local to me, I should say. But this is really beautiful if you have friends and you guys are into that, and you guys could come together and do stuff like that. The next book here is The Moon Within. Now, when I got this book, I was like, oh my gosh, because it's written like a poem. The whole, like, I hope that's in the thing, but the whole book is written like a poem. I like loved this book. I know it's more of like a kid book, but I loved it, you guys. I thought it was like so beautiful. It's about this little girl. Her mom wants to give her her first moon party. She's Puerto Rican, like black Puerto Rican, and her mom's, I believe, Mexican. And she's like within the culture and stuff like that. They do different things, but she does not want to have this period party at all. And she just is like complaining about it, but her mom's like, you're gonna do it, like it's part of our culture, like you're going to do this. And within that, she has like a best friend who doesn't know their gender identity. They are kind of fighting themselves within that, not knowing. And then she has her crush who she's like really, really crushing on. And then her best friend, who feels more masculine, wants to be friends with her crush, but her crush turns out to be like a jerk about her best friend. So then she's battling with that, like wanting to, deal with her crush or not wanting to deal with him, and also wanting to support her friend. And of course, when you're young and stuff like that, like things are so huge. But she's just kind of going through that, and it's really quick. It's not like they don't like over dramatize it or anything like that, but you do get the gist of it, of like where your kids can experience as they're going through the book that like things happen, and you have to learn how to handle yourself. And by the end of the book, it's just, to me, it's so beautiful. how they come together and they do the moon cycle party, and she starts to understand like the importance of it and the importance of like being a good friend and speaking up for people and things like that. So I thought it was really great. And then the last one that we read was Child of Magic. I was gonna say Child of the Moon, but Child of Magic. And this story, y'all, I loved it. It's about cacao. We are going to do a cacao ceremony in my daughter's period party, or her first moon party. And this book talks about that and the importance of it. And this book is just beautiful. It starts with her being like a little girl with this big imagination. And she, you know, goes through life like just so huge. And her mom, she lives with her mom and her grandmother. And her grandmother is just like, okay, like, yeah, you're magic. You know, she's into it. And the mom is just like, you need to study. You need to like put that magic stuff behind you and stuff. But her mom's hurt. And so she's like that because the girl's like dad was like that. And so I guess it probably reminds her of her dad. But anyhow, the girl just kind of goes through her life where, she, you know, just like we do as we're kids, we have imaginations, and then life happens and we have to grow up and we have to do grown-up things and stuff like that. And so she's there, and then she goes on a journey, and the journey just takes her to beautiful places and stuff like that, because I'm already like giving away too much of the book. But I thought the book was really good. My girls, they're 11 and 13 right now, and they thought the book was really good too, and they picked up on all like the messages and things like that were in the book. And we, you know, did little discussions, not too much with that book because they got it or whatnot, but we did do little discussions. And I walked away from it probably taking more from the book because where I'm at in life and stuff like that. But they really enjoyed it as well. And I highly recommend all 4 books, especially if you're doing like a spiritual first moon party. I think that really like set the tone and foundation for what we'll be doing in a couple of days. Well, a couple of weeks, because I have her period party scheduled for July 5th. It'll be a new moon in Cancer, so I thought that was perfect. But anyhow, if you did anything, put it down below if you want to add to it. I looked for like lots of videos to explain stuff, and I just couldn't find anything that just really hit home. So I'm hoping that this video could open up a discussion for stuff like that. Anyways, into the next one. Bye.